What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with an analysis breakdown tribute on one of the greatest scorers ever, Alex English, a man that was unstoppable because his jump shot was so unpredictable. He will go straight at you and just pull right over you with confidence and knock it in, and he can do it all over the court on any side of the court, even the middle. He even has steps to where he can turn and create space and be able to pull up and make it that way too. And he can come off screens or come off pin downs and just catch and let it fly. And he had a good release, and he also can spread the floor by moving without the basketball and getting quality looks and knocking down shots that way too. And he had a good mid-range jump shot off the dribble, but he can also do it with space. Not only that, he can also catch and finish in the paint very quick, got good bounce. Not only that, he also was feisty, and he would try to find ways to get to his spot fast and be able to rise up and pull up that way too. And that was something that really made him a cover that you couldn't really be able to prepare for, because you knew you had to give him space because you didn't want him getting close to the rim. But he got close anyway. He would still rely on his jump shot sometimes rather than trying to finish with a layup or dunk, just because he had that much body control, that much size. It could even help him get to the free throw line from time to time because they will bump him and knock him or touch him. And then he would be able to get there and get an and one, because sometimes he will also make the shot. And sometimes he would just make the two free throws, as he has done throughout his career. And he can also be a player you can look at as a guy that loved the game so much that he wanted to improve, because he went from a 70% free thrower to an 80% free thrower for a career about time it was over. And he also had to fade away to where if he got deep position or he got a mismatch or he got a guy that he feel like can score on, he will get it and go right into it. But he also was a good passer. He'll find cutters. He also will find his teammates early if he felt that they had a good lane or they had a good shot. He didn't hesitate giving them the ball. He would even try to draw attention and then find his teammates. And that was another reason why he ended up being a tough guard. He averaged about 3.6 assists for his career, and he can even get offensive rebounds. He was a guy that was able to get a lot of them for his career, and it was mainly because he can follow his own shot, because he was so quick and so bouncy. Like I said before, he'd be able to get to it. He was about 2.3 offensive rebounds per game, and that's really good for a wing. And he was able to do that consistently throughout his entire career. And he also had the ability to hit his free throws and be clutch in those moments, because you had to give him the ball. You knew it was going to be hard to stop. Alex English, he was a monster in the NBA, and this was a man that was shooting 50% for his career in 15 years. This man got that jump shot and never really looked back, and he had real good shot selection. And he was a guy that even started to get to the free throw line even more as his career progressed. And he ended up getting to a point where he was getting 7 free throws a game, just because he drew that much attention and so many guys wanted to find a way to slow him down or get into his head or make things difficult. And he was even shooting 50% from twos or higher, and that just showed you that if he had a good shot, he was taking it, and he didn't want to force things. He didn't want to step on nobody's toes or getting in the way, and he just understood what he was out there to do and how he was going to approach it and how he was going to go about it. And that was one of the most impressive things. This is a man that got all the way up to 28.4 points per game, and also was able to get up to 29.8 points per game. And it just shows you that he was just that hard of a scorer to stop, because this man has so many moves that he could do to be able to put the ball in the basket. And if he couldn't, he would look at it as, well, I get the ball back and I try to find a way to redo it if it's time on the clock. And then that would be playing like double jeopardy. And you don't want to have those type of problems if you don't have no help or nobody coming over to put up a wall to try to force him to give the ball up early. Because if you didn't, he was either getting to the free throw line or he was going to find a way to shoot over you to get that shot to go down. And that's what made him very, very special. And he was a guy that played heavy minutes. Once he started showing what he can be in the league, and once he started showing that he can be something serious in the league, The minutes went up to 36, 38 sometimes, depending on the season, and around that average basically his entire prime, showing you how much they relied on him, showing you how much they needed him to be a great player. And he ended up backing that up. And a lot of those numbers came when he played for the Denver Nuggets. Obviously, he played for the Milwaukee Bucks and he obviously played for the Indiana Pacers, but he also made a name for himself in those places too, showing you what his potential could be and what he possibly can do. And then it's about getting a chance and the opportunity to show it off and do it consistently. And he was basically given that opportunity with the Denver Nuggets and really took a stride to become one of the best players in the league. And he did also become an 8-time All-Star from 1982 to 1989, and that was basically all with the Denver Nuggets. And he was able to have three All NBA second team seasons in 1982, 1983, and 1986. And then he also won the scoring championship in 1983. His number two is retired by the Denver Nuggets, and in college, his number 22 is retired by the South Carolina Gamecocks. He was a man that was really good for a long period of time, over 10 years of good play or dominance. And that's how he was able to score over 25,000 points, because he averaged 21.5 points per game for his career. He also was able to grab over 6,000 rebounds because he was good offensively getting rebounds like I showed, but he was also able to close out some positions with good defensive rebounds. And he was able to average 5.5 rebounds per game by the end of his career. And he was also able to get 4,000 plus assists while also getting 3.6 assists per game for a career. He ended up having a easily detectable Hall of Fame career at the small forward position, and that was something that we knew he would be before he even retired, just because he was just that good for a long period of time. And it was just, when is he going to be done? Because he was a shoe in at that point, just because at that time it was so hard to score 20,000 points. At that time, it was even hard to score in general and be efficient. And that's one thing he was. He can get a bucket. You knew he can do it inside or out if he wanted to. You just didn't know how it was going to look sometimes. Then as his career progressed, he kept doing the same things, and you just were trying to figure out how to slow it down or how to stop it, because you knew it was coming, but you knew he was so good at it that even if you was prepared for it, he still was going to try you. He still was going to try to get it done. And more times than not, because he did shoot over 50% from two, like I said, it went in. So that's crazy as it can be to be a defender trying to find a way to contain this man and find a way to stop him. It was a headache. It was frustrating, but you knew if you had him on that bulletin board or on that schedule back in the day, that was a game. If he was a guard or a small forward, you knew it was going to be a tough one. And it was mainly because the man had everything figured out defensively, and he knew how to attack the defense each and every possession if that's need to be. And that's why he was always one of the highest scorers, and because he won that scoring title to validate that he was just that good at putting the ball in the basket. He said, it works. I'm not going to fix it because I know what works. And until somebody can show that I need to improve or change it up or switch it up, I'm going to continue to do what makes me great. And that's one reason why he was able to be great, because he knew exactly what he needed to do. He knew exactly how he needed to do it, but he always kept the defense off balance, and he always kept the defense thinking, and that always kept them in a tough situation. Because either you want me to do this or you want me to do that. I'm happy with either or. When I grew up, it was called pick your poison. And I would pick, do you want me to go into you? Do you want me to shoot over you? Do you want me to get closer to the rim? Do you want me to use my handle just a little bit just to create some separation? Either way you go, you know that jump shot is coming. Now, can you get it without fouling? Can you make it even more difficult so I can miss it possibly by contesting it? But he just has so many ways to get the shot off that he made sure Drew was a little off guard so he can get a quick look at that basket to get a quality look. And then it was just about knocking it down. Other than that, one of the best scorers in NBA history, one of the most funnest players to watch. one of the most well-balanced scoring players also ever, and just a guy that simplified the game, made it look easy, made it look normal, and made the jump shot look like it's an easy shot. I tell people all the time, y'all work on them jump shots because y'all know how hard it is to hit them consistently. That was one thing that wasn't a problem for Alex English, and that's one of the reasons why we all should be giving him credit for being one of the best players, because we know how much work you have to put in to be good to shoot over athletic, long, lanky defenders for 10 plus years and still be a 20-point scorer for majority of the 15 years that you played, but he did it. So that's why I give him love and support and credit, and I had to add him on the channel just because it's just that difficult to be that great, just at hitting a jump shot, especially off the dribble, especially getting double teamed, especially when they know they're trying to stop you and make it difficult, and you still able to do it at a good efficiency, if not elite efficiency. That's crazy. And he was able to do it for a long period of time. But other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, I do conversation videos about basketball, NBA basketball, specifically only content. I also do breakdowns or real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. I also do mock draft and draft coverage. So if you love basketball content, you can't get enough of it, this is the channel for it. I even got over 3,000 videos already on my channel that you can watch and you can enjoy. And on top of that, I upload basically every single day. So if you love basketball content, you can't get enough of it. You want so much of it that you don't even know where to go. This is the place for you. I promise you. Thank y'all for checking out the channel if you're new to it. Thank y'all if you checked out it before for still giving it another chance. And thank my subscribers for appreciating the content for what it is and continuing to come back. And thank y'all for supporting me in the past. And hopefully y'all continue to support me in the present and in the future. I'll see you guys probably later today or tomorrow. Either way, hopefully I got more content for you guys to want to watch and want to see. Had to give y'all a little bit something different just because this summer kind of, become a situation where people want content, people need content, but what is there to talk about? I believe I'm giving y'all something every day and still figuring out to give y'all something interesting too, and something that y'all want to watch and something that y'all is gonna like. And that's my job as a content creator. I love it. I've been doing it for years. So it's good that I still have been able to find out a good way to give y'all quality content for the entire year. And it's a challenge, but it is fun when I actually can do it, or majority of the year. It's something I aim for each and every year. So other than that, y'all stay blessed up. I'm going for now. Peace. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all.